press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Trade. Prime Minister Modi has been meeting with American and Indian business leaders in the U.S. How much concern is there that American-Indian trade is going to suffer with a more protectionist president in the White House?
There are some concerns about that. Trading goods really isn't that, is a bit underwhelming between the U.S. and India. Trade in services, however, is much more significant. India has been singled out by some of Trump's advisors as a country with which the U.S. has a trade deficit, not as big as China and Mexico and Germany for that matter, but certainly it features there. But I think there are going to be ways, and Modi is going to try and project this. He did this in an op-ed piece that appeared in the Wall Street Journal today, to indicate ways in which trade with India actually creates jobs in the United States, and so it can be mutually beneficial.
Now, the U.S. also has a number of arms deals in the pipeline for India. In terms of defense, to what degree do the strategic priorities of the world's two largest democracies overlap?
Well, they overlap in two areas quite broadly. One is with respect to what is known as the Indo-Pacific, the Indian Ocean and Pacific region, Asia more broadly. And there's a certain convergence of interest, and there's also a certain degree of uncertainty currently in U.S. policy to the region. The second area of obvious convergence is in Afghanistan, and I think that will certainly be an issue that will feature prominently in the discussions between the two countries. Basically, both both really would like to see a more stable Afghanistan as the country is in a state of considerable flux.
Okay, well, that brings us straight to a discussion of terrorism. Of course, President Trump is prioritizing the combat against terrorism in his presidency. What sort of bilateral cooperation can we expect to see there?
Well, intelligence sharing has certainly improved between the two countries since about 2008. Both governments, for the domestic audiences, have taken very tough stands on terrorism, at least rhetorically. But that being said, there's a certain there are certain differences in terms of practical cooperation and priorities. For the Trump administration, ISIL, the Islamic State, Daesh, and Iran are the two kind of main focuses of his concern. For India, the major concern is really Pakistan and terrorism emanating from there. And so I think in terms of practical cooperation, we may see a slight difference of priorities, even if at first principles there's a lot more agreement.
Dhruva, thank you so much. Dhruva Jaishankar, they're a fellow on foreign policy at the Brookings Institution in Delhi.
Thank you.